Hi, in this week's video I'm going to be asking you to ask yourself one of the most important questions you can ask yourself in life to give you that happiness, that peace of mind, security, the life, the career, the business, whatever it is, the relationship you're looking for. I'm going to give you a key question that you need to be honest with yourself about, and I'm going to tell you what to do with the answer, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Mark Rhodes and welcome back to Massively Improve, the channel that helps you to massively improve with personal development tools and techniques that are actually really easy to do. Now, generally all of us want change in our lives, whether that's more happiness, more peace of mind, better relationships, better career, better job, whatever it is. What we need to do in addition to, discovering what we really want, which I've covered in other videos on the channel, we need to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves this one simple but powerful question. What is really stopping me? What is really stopping me? You've got to sit down, be honest with yourself. Very often we won't bring up the things that are really stopping us because we don't want to deal with them. We don't want to have to go through the change, which is uncomfortable. So is it about your confidence? Is it about a skill or something you need to develop or be able to do? Or is it about having courage? What is the one thing that really stops you taking that first step or that first action towards where you'd like to be in your life, or what you'd like to be different in your life? And when you've answered that, and sometimes it's easy to say, what would other people say I needed to do differently? Sometimes it's easier to say that. But be honest with yourself, what's really stopping you? Because very often we will know what's really stopping us, but we won't take that step to solve it. And so when you've found out what's really stopping you, the very first thing you need to do with that answer is to ask yourself, is this about skills that I need to learn, develop and practice? Or is this about mindset, the belief, confidence, motivation, having a compelling goal? What is it? A lot of the time, the answer is mindset. A lot of the time, we know that the skill set information is out there. We know that there are places we can go to learn things. We know that we can go online and find articles or videos to learn things. But usually what's really stopping us is mindset. So we need to find out, as I say, ask ourselves what's really stopping us. And once we're honest with ourselves, we know what that is. And if we've linked it back to mindset, obviously if we've linked it back to skill set, just go search, find out what you need to do, and if you stumble along the way on the skill set, then that will be mindset and you'll be back to where we are right now. And once you know it's mindset, sometimes it helps to get a bit of clarity around it as well. So with the mindset piece, you can ask yourself, what aspect of mindset is it that's holding me back? Is it to do with seeking approval from others? Is it the fact that people might not approve or something like that? Is it about security? What about our own security if this doesn't work out, if this goes wrong? Or is it about control, having control? I won't feel like I've got control. And very often it'll be multiple of these. If one of the actions we need to take is we need to ask someone for something, it could affect all three. Because what could be happening if we're saying, I need to ask someone to do something for me, or I need to ask someone if they're going to let me do something, then we don't feel like we've got control because the other person's the one who's going to apparently make the decision. We might not be very secure if we're not going to like the answer. So and we might think they might not approve of us for asking. So it might be affecting all three. And then if it's one, two or three of them, ask ourselves, what specifically bothers me about that? Why specifically is that an issue? Once you can uncover what's going on beyond, what is it that is really stopping you and why is it stopping you, you can start to write down all the reasons why that isn't true or that wouldn't be the case, and start to look to get some change in that, start to look at that differently. We're all at different places in our development, we're all at different places on the curve, but very often, even if we do mindset things and we find out what it is and we do various exercises to change our belief, like if we're saying we can't do things, we remind ourselves it's not that we can't, it's that we won't because. If someone's ever unhappy or we're unhappy, we know that is because our reality doesn't meet or exceed our expectation. And so we can look and understand what the reality is, we can look and understand what the expectation is, and we can move both of them to some degree to bring them more in alignment. But for all those things, sometimes we do get to a point where we've done all the research, we've done all the personal development exercises, we've done the affirmations, we've done the anchors, the confidence building, which are all things I've covered on this channel. I'll put some links to them and you can find them on the channel. We've done all of that, and now it comes down to taking that action. And sometimes, yes, sometimes there still is an uncomfortable feeling about it, and we need courage just to push through and take that action. I love something I saw in a film a few years ago. I believe it was We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon, that film. And as I seem to remember, there was two brothers in a scene talking about, do you remember what our father used to say when we were younger, that for anything that was really important in life, for anything that was going to really make a difference to our lives, we tended to need 20 seconds of courage to take that action. And so, you know, I'm always saying to audiences when I'm speaking, I'm telling them that story and I'm saying to them, what is it you need 20 seconds of courage to do? Because sometimes it does come down to it. I think I've said in previous videos, one of the things that used to actually get me to take actions that were uncomfortable was I used to say to myself, well, it won't be the end of the world. And for some reason that really worked for me. I go, it won't be the end of the world if I ask this person this, or it won't be the end of the world if I do this and it doesn't work out. It sort of helped me get it in perspective. Because a lot of the time we're worried about doing things, we're holding back from what really stops us. And really, in most of those situations, there isn't a real life or physical danger to us. It's about failure, it's about emotion, it's about being upset, being disappointed, and those sorts of things. And emotions can pass if you work on them as well. So sometimes you really just need that courage to push through. So I guess, you know, to close this video out, I'd be asking you, what is it that you need 20 seconds of courage to do? At the moment, right now, I need 20 seconds of courage to carry on with this video because my dog is snuck in again and he's sitting right down here below the camera, trying to get some attention from me. Yeah, so if you're not currently subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and if there's a bell notification on your device, please hit that as well. Then YouTube will let you know when I've released a new video. I release a new video every Sunday to help you massively improve. If you found the video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, like. Sorry if I've been a bit distracted at the end with the clicking claws of the dog walking around and stuff like that, but hey, that's life, isn't it? Life's not always perfect, and sometimes we do things that are not always perfect, but you know, we mustn't hold off and not do things just because it might not be perfect. Things can improve over time, and life is about continual discovery and continual improvement. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great week.